And we're not talking physically residing. We're talking sort of those places where angels can be part of the human experience, part of this attachment to us in terms of inspiration, in terms of care, in terms of conscience, in terms of all these beautiful, more spiritual dwellings, so to speak. And I want to start by saying this. It was interesting this morning reading in the New York Times an obituary for the man who was considered sort of the father of the near-death movement, one of the forefathers of it, and he passed away. And it was interesting hearing them talk about sort of what had gotten him to realize, like, oh, there's something to this. So it was an interesting perspective, and it's always the same, and he said the similarities are incredible, and one of which is this feeling of being surrounded by love, surrounded by angels, in other words. So that part of where do angels reside is a beautiful, beautiful thing to consider because we can definitely live in that space more. Let's take a look from the book Secrets of Heaven 2268, a beautiful, beautiful line here. The angels can be said to reside, in other words, live in the truth we know. So they're living in this, what we know, and think of the truest of true things that we know, infusing it with positive emotions that come from the Lord. So here's this thing that we know to be true, and it's a deep level of knowledge. It's not just a factual thing. And there's associated with that, there's this bringing in of all these positive emotions. So again, you have what you love being attached to what you know, provided we live lives of love for the Lord and charity for our neighbor. So if we're loving God, we're loving the person right in front of us, we're realizing that through a life of service, that kind of creates the circuit or completes the circuit. This is where they enjoy settling.